Hi, welcome to Vinyasa Yoga. I'm Monica, your yoga instructor this evening, and we're gonna hop right into it. Let's start in a seated position. You can cross your legs or sit on your heels, whatever you prefer. And we're gonna just close the eyes here, drop right in. Maybe you wanna start with some neck circles, or moving around in the spine, just whatever movement or stillness you need to kind of arrive in your space, whatever space you're in. Closing the eyes and beginning to deepen the breath. Let's do the breath in and out of the nose and really try to fill the belly up as you inhale. And as you exhale, let the belly deflate. Let's do that 3 times. Big inhale in. And 2. Last deep breath here. Awesome. Really arriving in your seated posture here. Maybe you want to bring your hands to your heart. And I want you to perhaps set an intention for your practice. Maybe you would like to move with grace, with peace, with anything you need today, anything you need this week. So welcome in that positive intention into your movements, infusing your practice today with that mindful or that moving meditation, if you will. Breathing it in and out. Nice. Reaching your hands forward on the floor, stretch forward. And then reaching the arms up. Inhale, expand. Exhale, cactus arms. Really expand. Draw the shoulder blades together behind you. And hands come to behind the hips on the mat. Spread the chest wide. Lift the gaze. Expand. And then coming back to center. Bringing the right hand to the left knee. And the left hand back behind you. Twisting to your left. Very nice. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twisting the other way. Staying nice and tall in the spine. Awesome, awesome. And then one more time, bringing the right hand to the left knee, but this time, bring the left arm behind the head. Draw that shoulder back, and we're going to side bend the other way. Feeling that stretch through the left side of the body. Good, now drawing that elbow towards the right knee, twisting to the right. Feel that stretch in the left side of your torso, and then dial the chest up, and then bring it back. Great, switching sides, left hand to right knee, right hand behind the head, and side bending to your left, lengthening through the right side of your torso, and then dialing your chest down towards the left. Feel that stretch, and then dialing the chest up towards the sky. Deep breaths and coming back up to center. We'll make our way to downward facing dog. However you'd like to get there, making that upside down V shape with the body. And your downward dog should be about as long as a plank. So when you come to a plank, without moving your hands or your feet, you just press back to down dog. So a lot of people, you'll be kind of up on the tiptoes. Maybe you can bring them down. You're breathing here. You're fanning your fingers out in 10 different directions. You're being kind to your body, listening to its signals during this practice. Whenever you need to take a break or you want to add something extra, just really tune in and listen to what you need today. And then we'll walk, step, or hop the feet up towards the hands. And exhale, forward fold, moving the head, bending the knees, maybe taking a ragdoll with the arms, grabbing opposite elbow and opposite hand, swing side by side, letting go here. And then uncurling the spine, coming up towards standing, keeping soft knees. And then coming up to mountain pose at the top of your mat. Feet underneath the hips, toes pointing forward. Broaden the collarbone here, drawing the shoulder blades together. Something that you need to be aware of is drawing the shoulder blades together, but not down, okay? A lot of people have a problem when their shoulders are too depressed, and we need to think about just bringing the shoulders back. Not up and back, not down and back, just back for most people. Okay, so taking your deep breath in here, palms facing forward, exhale down, inhale, breath in, exhale, breath out. One more time in and out. Nice, reaching the arms up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward, sweeping my arms down towards the floor. Knees are soft. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine here. Same thing. Think about bringing the shoulder blades together behind you, squeezing them together, using that middle trapezius muscle in between the shoulder blades. Exhale, release, planting the hands, stepping back to plank or knee plank, up to you. And then from here, you're going to lower yourself all the way down to the ground slowly, keeping the elbows in towards your rib cage. Untucking the toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift the hands. Exhale, lower. Inhale, baby or high cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, lower. And make your way back through all fours, then to downward dog, pedaling the feet out. Moving from one moment to the next, not getting attached to any certain pose, not defining yourself by how you perform yoga. This is just practice and mental exercise. So we're gonna bring the right leg up, inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, bring the knee to the right elbow, hovering up in kind of a plank position. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, back up. Lastly, exhale, right knee, right elbow. Bring it back up. Awesome. Step that foot forward gently, lightly, quietly. In between the hands, runner's lunge here. From here, inhale, reach up, high lunge. Strong front knee. Your back heel is lifted. Notice here if your knee is falling in to the left, use the right glutes to point the knee forward. Straightening the leg, reach up, inhale. Exhale, lunge, twist to the right. Inhale, reach up, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend and twist. Inhale and exhale. Hold here or take a reverse posture. Right hand to the left leg, reaching up and back with the left arm. Coming back here to the T, reaching up, inhale. Exhale, hands come down to frame the right foot. Moving into a lizard posture by heel-toeing the right foot to the outside of the right hand. And then maybe dropping the knee down and untucking the toes, or you can stay up. So lizard, you are stretching the left hip flexors in the front. And you're also stretching the right glutes here. So you can stay up on your hands, or if you feel like you have room, you can bring yourself down to one or both elbows, or maybe your elbows on a blanket or pillow. And you'll feel this intensify. You might also feel a stretch in your adductors or the inside of your leg. But wherever you are, I want you to think about creating very minimal tension in the shoulders, the face, and the hands. Find a place that's a gentle stretch for you. When you're ready, come back up onto your hands if you're not already. And then we're going to stretch the hips back, straightening the front leg, coming on to the heel for a hamstring stretch. Stretching the back of this right leg, folding forward from the hips. It's not about rounding in the spine here. The spine and the hamstrings like to compete for a stretch. So you'll get a better hamstring stretch if your spine is more in alignment rather than bent. And vice versa, but usually you don't want to stretch the lumbar spine. All right, bringing that foot back down, framing the foot with the hands. We're going to step back to the plank. And then from here, we'll take a vinyasa, or you can go straight to downward dog. So plank or knee plank, exhaling down. Inhaling for back bend of your choice. And exhaling, coming back to downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, back up. Inhale to chest. And inhale, back up. I got the breath wrong there. Exhale, knee to elbow on the right. And back up, you got it. And then step it forward, quietly, gently, using your core. From here, lifting up, high lunge. So really thinking about using the left glute muscles here to have a nice strong leg pointing forward. Tall, high lunge here, lengthening through the spine, drawing the abdominals in. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend the left knee, twist to the left. Inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, bend and twist. One last time, inhale and exhale. Hold here. Stay here, or bring the left hand to the back of the right leg, reaching up and back with the right arm. Whenever we're in a high lunge, you can always drop down onto your back knee. And then spiraling the hands down to frame the left foot. Setting up for lizard on this side. Heel toeing the left foot out to the outside of the left hand. Hands come down. Maybe you want to drop down the knee, up to you. And then from here, again, you could bring your forearms down to the ground, or maybe just one. Maybe you stay up here, up to you. Make sure, again, that your knee and toes are facing the same direction. That prevents any weird torque on your knee that could potentially not be good. So again, you should be feeling a stretch here, front of the right hip flexors, and then maybe in the left glutes or adductors here. Breathing through. You should just be getting a gentle stretch. Don't force it. Be kind to your body. Very nice. When you're ready, we're going to come up onto the hands, set the hips back, and come up onto the heel, lengthening the leg out, stretching forward, getting a nice hamstring stretch on this left side. Maybe pulling the toes up towards your face. Also getting a little bit of a calf stretch. Deep breaths. Very nice. Coming back to your lunge here, and then we'll step back to downward dog. Optional vinyasa if you want to take a push-up, or you can stay here with me. Take some deep breaths. You're always welcome to rest in child's pose as well. This is your practice. Make it your own. Make it what you need. And then when you're ready, we're gonna walk, step, or lightly hop up towards the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, reverse swan dive up, arms sweep out to the side, reach up, lengthen. Exhale, arms come out, mountain pose. Nice. We're gonna balance a little bit here. So if you're on a carpet, it's a little bit harder, but then you'll just be better at balancing when you get back to the gym. So we're gonna load weight into the left foot and then begin to lift the right foot off of the mat. Okay, so you can just take tree pose if you want to take tree pose, or I'll lead you through another option. So you can draw the knee in towards your chest with the arms. Keep at least a micro bend of the standing knee. You can stay here, or you can open that leg out to the side. Maybe you feel a stretch here. You can bring the left arm out. You can stay here, or maybe you want to try to grab onto the big toe with your two peace fingers. And you can stay here, or you can try to extend the leg out. So any option works here, or you can also grab onto the outside of your foot like happy baby, if you prefer that. So everything's optional. Find your challenge. Find what works for you here today. And if you have your leg out, you could try to stretch forward and stretch it forward like this. Breathing. If you lose your balance, just come back to it. And then slowly and gently, we'll make it down. Awesome. I like to remind everyone that doing a perfect yoga pose does not make you a better person. Okay, so it's about the attitude, the yoga attitude of surrendering the ego, not judging yourself. It's important. That's why we do it. So let's load weight into the right foot. And then beginning to lift off the left foot here. Again, you could just take a tree pose if you're feeling like, I need some stillness, some groundedness. You can even have the toes on the ground. Maybe you want to draw the knee in, just like the other side. Deep breaths. If you find that you're losing your balance a lot, find a drishti or a focal point. So something that's not moving, it's not in a mirror, to focus on. And then maybe bringing that leg out to the side, maybe reaching out, maybe grabbing onto the big toe at the outside edge of the foot, extending out. You don't have to go completely straight. You could be more bent. Just playing with your balance here. Come back to it if you lose it. That is, you're getting better practice than a lot of people with perseverance if you're falling out of your yoga pose. Growing stronger. All right, maybe bringing it forward. Awesome. Whatever you're doing, I love it. And then we'll slowly and gently bring it down, shake it off, let it go. Moving on to the next moment. So let's find a chair pose. So we're going to sit back, sit the hips back, knees come slightly forward, but it's like a squat, you know, like you want to be able to see your toes a little bit. Palms come to the heart. Here, I want you to think about not back bending, but rather engaging the abdominals so you have a straight spine, relatively straight. Breathe. The knees and toes are underneath the hips. Nice. Then maybe bring it all the way down, coming into a toe stand. So I'm balancing on my toes here. You can always drop down if this is uncomfortable. If you don't want to be in such a deep knee bend, everything's optional. Nice. So maybe you're here, maybe you're doing something else. You want to take your child's pose. You also could be here. working, and you could stay here, you could work on crow pose. I'm going to teach you side crow, which is why we're here. Okay, so if you've never done side crow before, anybody can really try it, and I think it's easier than regular crow. So let's try. You're going to use both hands just like you would in a chaturanga or a yoga push-up. Really spread wide and like pressing down. And then let's do maybe your dominant side. Do your right side. And you're going to place your hands, you're going to turn to your right, and you're going to place your right hand in line with your right foot. You're going to place your left hand in line with your right knee. And the hands are on the same line. Okay? And then from here, you might need to lift the hips up a teensy bit, and you're going to make a shelf with the elbows. So the right hip glues to the right elbow. The right knee glues to the left elbow. This is important. You have to glue the right hip to the right elbow, or you probably won't get off the ground, okay? Right hip, right elbow, right knee, right elbow. The knees stay together, the ankles stay together. Begin to load weight into the hands and balance on the hands. Really cup through the hands, press through the fingers. Give it a try, give it multiple tries. Maybe you just lift one foot up. Maybe you catch some air for a minute. Maybe you just kind of practice the posture. If you already got it, you could try fallen angel, gently bringing the head to the ground and lifting the left leg towards the sky, using your glutes. Whatever you're up to, you can try the other side if you want, or if you're done trying this stuff, you can take a wide-legged forward fold and kind of play around here with whatever stretch feels best. If you're trying the left side, I'll walk you through again. So left hand, right by the left hip. Right hand, right by the left knee. The hands are in the same plane. You lift the hips slightly so you can get the left hip to the left elbow and the left knee to the right elbow. And then you begin to glue the knees and ankles together so you can take flight. And you also got to really brace your tummy. You got to brace your tummy, you got to keep the knees and the ankles together and really claw through the fingers. Took me a long time to get that, so I just wanted to introduce it to you if it's new, or if it's not, probably took me like a couple years to get that. So thanks for trying whatever level you tried. Let's go into a puppy pose from here. So the knees and hips stay in line with each other, and then walk the hands out forward, bringing the forehead down. So you should feel kind of an opening in the shoulders, maybe the chest. Breathe in and out. Just letting go of the practice so far and really noticing how you feel in your body here. Notice if you feel like you've warmed up a little bit, like you've loosened up a little bit. Notice your breathing pattern. Maybe remind yourself of your intention you began the practice with, infusing the last few moments of class with that positive intention, turning your yoga more into a moving meditation that's really tangible off of the mat. Bringing yourself up onto all fours here, and then bringing your feet to the side, and then coming to a seated position. Let's bring our legs out wide to a V. So maybe you're out here, maybe you're here, or maybe you're here with knees bent, especially if you feel a little stiff. So from here, you can just stay seated and sitting tall. And that might be already a stretch on the hamstrings, or maybe you do this a lot, or you're just a little flexible. Maybe you begin to come forward. Totally up to you. And if you're newer to this stretch, or you're just a stiffer person, this stretches the hamstrings because you're keeping the spine straight. If you were to bend your spine to get forward, you're not stretching the hamstrings so much as you're stretching the low back. And we need to not stretch the low back too much because it keeps that structure, keeps us supported so we don't get low back pain. Breathing here, wherever you are, and then coming back up, and then making your way into a boat pose, bringing the knees up, feet up, grabbing behind the legs. You can stay here, or you can lift the feet. You can lift the arms. You got it, you got it. Maybe make a canoe. And lower it down. Awesome. Stretch the arms up above the head. Stretch the feet down. And then bring the feet to the width of the mat. And then windshield wiper the knees one way, then the other. Any other movements that sound kind of good right now, you can go into those. Just giving yourself a moment to really melt into the ground and slow down a little bit. And then keeping the knees bent for a moment, flattening the spine against the ground. We're going to take a bridge pose, lifting the hips off of the mat, and then maybe walking the feet a little bit closer towards your hands. You can grab onto the heels with the hands, maybe tucking the shoulder blades underneath you a little bit. Keeping the chin slightly tucked. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you lift the right leg up into the sky. Maybe rolling the ankle around, and then switching sides. Awesome. And then bringing that down. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, bring it down. Hugging the knees into the chest. Moving the ankles, moving the knees. And then I really encourage you to soak up this last minute of practice. This is what we need the most, is just a moment of mindfulness. So maybe you want to keep your knees bent. Maybe you want the legs out, however you'd like here. Closing the eyes. Taking a deep breath into the nose and sighing it out through the mouth. Notice your energy here. Notice how you feel, and just let it be okay how it is. Often we try to push our emotions away, fill the time with other things, and I encourage you to really recognize and look at your emotions from time to time. Maybe write them down, or just let yourself feel them when appropriate, and just let it be okay to have feelings. And then when we don't try so hard to push them away, they're a little bit more manageable. So whatever you have going on here, give yourself space for that. Just space to be not okay, or if you are okay, space for that too. Just being your authentic self for the rest of the evening. Giving yourself room to breathe, room to be. Bringing the hands to the heart, reminding yourself that you're enough just how you are. You have everything you need inside of you to be successful, to be happy, to be fulfilled. You're exactly where you need to be right now. Good things are coming your way. They're on the horizon. If you'd like to stay here longer, you'll be my guest. You can pause me, you can turn me off, or if you're ready to re-enter the universe, reach the arms up and begin to sit up when you're ready. And you can finish up your yoga practice with a simple Anjali Mudra prayer position. Or maybe you want to take the traditional yoga mudra, I can't think of the name right now, but with the thumb and index finger together. So in yoga, the thumb is supposed to represent the universe, the collective one, and the index finger is supposed to represent the individual one. And so when we do this mudra, we connect the universe and ourselves together. Taking a breath, unclenching the jaw. Just let everything go here. And I wish peace to all of you. Really appreciate you sharing your yoga practice with me. Again, I'm Monica, and I look forward to seeing you guys again very soon. Bye.